behind them tables that you can see right now, the main arena. And then the 2 practice tables are not far from where me and my colleague are, and we walk through them on a daily basis, and the players hang around. They're always laughing and joking. And what the guys often do is quite funny. They're always setting shots up on the pool table. Everyone's crowding around trying to play a certain shot, laughing and joking. Everyone gets on well.
Yeah, there is a great atmosphere between the players. You don't sense there are any great personal rivalries going on to any significant extent. Skyler was actually in with us in the media room earlier on. We were sitting with some of the Matchroom people, and he was saying he'd actually really love to just be there. He loves talking about stats and looking at the tables and working out who's gone where in the positions and how many wins are needed.
No wonder I couldn't break up every time.
I think that's okay. Let's have a look.
Fun and games at the start of this match, but it won't be fun and games.
Thank you. The first Rex.
After this break, Skyler's going to start this match off for us. As Michael said, big match. Over on table 2, Jason Shaw's playing Omar Al-Shaheen. Jason currently leads that match 2-1. Looks like it's going to go 2-2. Omar's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, narrow defeat earlier against Alex Kazakis. It was already looking like not quite mission impossible, but something close to it. I think now, if he gets through, it will be one of the greatest pool stories ever told. He really is in a position now where he could win every remaining match and still not make it. Just left himself with a huge amount of ground to make up at the end of the first phase, but bearing in mind that he thought when he completed his matches he was out. He'll regard anything he gets from here on as a bonus anyway.
Playing safe. He's not hooked David, but David can only see the left side of the one. Maybe he can see it full. If he's trying to chip off the left edge, it's always a nasty little shot. That often you miss the ball or you hit it too fat or thick. Oh, is this going to sneak behind the 8? Well, it is, Michael. What a shot that is.
Yeah, tap of appreciation from Woodward. And there's been a golden break on the other table. We might get a look at that in a moment.
10 seconds.
Omar Al-Shaheen 3-2 up now on Jason Shaw. Where are we now? I think we should have been keeping a total on them, Carl. Must be up about 15 now.
Yeah, I mean, there's been that many racks played. You expect to see a few.
Let's quickly have a look at it then. Omar Al-Shaheen breaking at 2-all against Jason Shaw. Well, I've been talking all day about the 9-ball going into that corner and leaving possible combinations. This time it just went straight in, just on its last roll, really. Died of exhaustion. And Al-Shaheen now leads that match.
Yeah, but it's not good when it goes straight in like that. Jason will know deep down. When the 9-ball goes straight in the pocket, it's been a bad rack. So he'll be fuming, will Jason.
Al-Shaheen with little left to lose. There are prize money differentials, depending on where you finish in the table. But in the context of the tournament, I think we can say at this stage it's highly unlikely he's going to make it through. Still got a lot of matches to play. He'll have 6 tomorrow.
Didn't quite get the positional shot correct. That'll be tight in the left centre, so he's going to play up into the top left pocket. Well, it went in. We've seen a few of those stay up. But he's out of line again. But he's playing it into a generous pocket up into the top right.
It's not been as straightforward as some racks. Last year, the Championship League largely was put on to get the players playing again after the horrors of 2020.
Second break.
Well, now it's grown into the Premier League.
Leading 1.
And I think it's established an identity of its own, and it's going to be a regular feature on the calendar. A much expanded calendar nowadays. David Alcaide then, 1-0 up.
Yeah, there's a path for the 2-ball to go, and now just look at the table. No clusters. Just all about cue ball control. And it will be a dream start for David Alcaide. There's a bit of distance here. What that means is the next shot is actually harder to control the cue ball. You've got to time this shot a little better, because by the time the cue ball gets to the object ball, it could have lost his desired effect. He's got into it too much, and now he's got a tester.
Just today, there have been a number of times when he's made things a bit more difficult for himself than he perhaps needed to.
Extension, please.
Been saying all week he tends to do the simple things well. He's created a few problems for himself across his various matches today at inopportune moments.
Stroke.
Oh, and there he's created another one. And looking at where the balls are, ball in hand, you'd be astonished if it doesn't go 1-1. When just a few moments ago, 2-0 looked to be almost inevitable.
Yeah, and that wasn't the bad shot. The bad shot was on the 3 ball when he didn't get close enough to his work on the pink 4. We see it time and time again at 9 ball. When you start chasing the correct position, it often goes wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. Needed to recover the situation. Was unable to do so. And so in the blink of an eye,
Skyler, Woodward.
instead of going 2 down, Woodward is level. It's 1 apiece. Omar Al-Shaheen on the hill over on the other table against Jason Shaw, leading 4-3. It's been such a fast match, that one. But Shaw, as you can see, is in play with a chance to take it the full distance.
That wasn't Jason's best shot. He's okay. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the way the 3 ball went in the pocket. Yep, and that's good enough. So table 2 is about to have a 1-rack shootout for the point.
Yeah, Shaw looking to get to 13 wins. Just 1 behind Joshua Filler then. And if Omar Al-Shaheen loses that final rack, it's going to be an extremely long day from tomorrow. 6 matches to play, knowing that at the end of it,
He scores 1 rack each.
he's not going to be going through. Early stages here. Big match. Woodward and Alcaide. 10 wins apiece so far. 1-1 in the match itself.
I think the big thing with this tournament, Michael, is the sheer fact that some fans around the world would have thought after the group stage everything would reset and you just go again. But I think the fact that you keep your points has made the event what it is.
Rack number 9, we are all tied at 4 games apiece. Mr. Al-Shaheen to break on the hill.
Well, as we've been saying, it's all going to come down to the semi-finals and final on Monday night. The players who've got there will have played 29 matches by then. Talk about earning it the hard way. As I said, it's so much pool action. The big payoff is going to come on Monday evening. I think we'll have a really high quality lineup of players who will have had plenty of opportunity to establish their best rhythm.
Extension, please.
Format's been so popular with the players. I love the fact that you get so much time to play away into it.
Skyler plays the safety. Would have liked the cue ball tight up against them 2 balls. This would have took the jump shot out of the equation. I expect David to jump and hit this. Okay, Skyler does have a pot here. It's not easy, but it is a pot. Oh, over on table number 2. Jason Shaw's just potted a beautiful ball, and he's going to need another one.
Yeah, he's on the 4, but the 6 is making his cueing quite awkward. It's a tricky 4 anyway. And we can see it.
Yeah, this is the shot Jason has been left with Couldn't really do anything about the cue ball. Yeah, that wasn't easy. He needs a bit of help. And it could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse.
10 seconds.
Skyler needs this cue ball to slow down, and it looks perfect. Another great positional shot. The level of players clearly gone up a notch. Oh, wonderful safety shot from Omar. Everybody's at it.
If you like tactical play, today's certainly been your day. We've seen more of it probably than any other day of the tournament.
Well, Jason's made a good hit there, and that's all he could do. He needed a bit of luck kicking out of that ball, and he has found it, to be fair. He's got to be happy with that outcome. Maybe it does pop past the 8. I know we're focusing on table 2 at the minute, but it's purely because it's hill-hill. Oh, that would have gone in on an old pool table. The 4-inch pocket really does make a difference in 9-ball pool. Just look at how close this was. The deep shelf on this Rasson table has kept that ball from dropping, and so it should. So both tables on the 6-ball now.
So Skyler Woodward was 1-0 down after losing the opening rack on his own break, but he's turned it around to lead 2-1. I think we're going to see these final moments on the other table. And Jason Shaw is having a very good day. It's his 3rd win of this Saturday so far. Takes him on to 13 wins, and he's still got 2 more matches to play tonight. He wins 5-4. More from Alcaide and Woodward in a moment. Saturday night in Milton Keynes, and Jason Shaw is certainly enjoying himself today. He's just beaten Omar Al-Shaheen 5-4 to get his 3rd win from 3 matches so far in this 2nd phase. And you see him there back up to 2nd place now in the table, overtaking Alban Ocean on racks difference. They're level on wins now, 13 each. Joshua Filler still out in front. We'll be seeing him shortly. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz has had a very good day. Shane Van Bonen hasn't, but they're both on 12 wins.
Thank you, fourth rack. David Alcaide to break.
Alex Kazakis, just out of that graphic, is on 12 as well. So these two both on 10. Need to make up some ground. Alcaide 2-1 down.
Well, he's going to like this break. Straight in on the 2-ball. Potted 3 balls on the break. Every ball in the open. You'd pay big money for these splits.
Could be really good at potting, really good at positional play, master the tactical side of the game, Carl. But unless you get on top of the break as well, you've no chance at this game, have you?
No, that's right. There's a certain way to break and get maximum power through your body and right arm or left arm.
Does someone teach you how to do it, or do you have to find your own way when you're starting out?
Well, I think obviously nowadays there's coaches and YouTube where you can learn things, but I think a lot of it is you just play from a young age and grow up. I remember Joshua Filler playing like in some of the men's events when he was about 13, 14 years of age. You can see from a young age and all where the talent is, and if somebody's got a bright future. That was a nice shot. Had to play it with loads of bottom right hand spin to get back over close to the 6-ball.
If you were a young player, Carl, and you were trying to learn how to break and you wanted to study a particular player and go and look at some of the clips on YouTube, which player would you recommend to a youngster more than anyone else to go and look at?
Me.
Good answer.
No, only joking.
But of active players.
I don't think with the break you could go far wrong with Shane Van Bonen.
David Alcaide wins the break.
Well, he's already lost this evening to David Alcaide, and the Spaniards with a very swift rack there. 3 balls down from the break, sawed out from there, level at 2-all with Skyler Woodward. Up again, back to the levels they were at a few years ago. Everyone's talking about planning trips to different places. That would be a very good one for any pool fan. Nothing to choose between them at the moment as Woodward breaks off in the 5th.
10 seconds.
5-ball looks to be tracking towards the corner, and it's made it. That's made such a big difference in the rack. because now Skyler's faced with this one ball instead of David. They often say it's a game of rolls and millimetres. That just proved it. He's going to be drawing the cue ball back off this right side rail. Needs to get past the pink 4. Yeah, nicely struck. He looks to be playing well, does Skyler? All week I've thought he looks in good nick, to be fair.
Yeah, I was talking to him on Thursday night. He'd just lost to Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. He was a bit up and down. Was winning a couple, then losing a couple all the way through, and his place in the next phase was very much in the balance. But he was pretty happy with things because he felt he was playing well and was confident that at some point that was really going to start being reflected in his results. He needed it to be the next day because he was in danger of being eliminated from the tournament. And boy, was it. He played 4 matches on Friday and won them all. He's had 1 win and 1 defeat so far today. Just beaten 5-4 by Jason Shaw after a comfortable win over Shane Van Bonen earlier in the evening. Mentioned the World Pool Masters there. Carl, you've played in it, of course. What are your memories? Been involved?
Yeah, I've played in it a few times. My best result was the semi-finals. I lost to Niels. That year, Niels went on to win. My best memory was played Ralph Souquet in the quarter-final, and I was 7-2 down, and I won the match 8-7. He was absolutely devastated.
Yeah, not that long since your run to the semi-finals. It's only been 4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably 4 years-ish, give or take.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
Played Niels. He went on to beat Shane Van Bonen in the final.
Yeah, I was 4-0 up in that semi-final and all. Still have sleepless nights.
I find that very hard to believe for such a laid-back individual.
Well, over on table 2, Sanchez has just missed an easy 8-ball in the opening rack against Shaw.
Back here, Skyler Woodward has an easy 9-ball. To lead once again at 3-2. Decent quality that we're seeing here.
Yeah, you talk about the Masters. Ralph Souquet, 6 times he's won the world.
Marcel Eckhart there, the referee. Noticeable how much longer the referees are all taking now to make absolutely sure that they've got the racking right. After certain discussions and grumbles earlier today.
The 6th rack. David Alcaide to break, trailing by 3 racks to 2.
Looks like he's going to have a shot on the 2-ball. Yeah, if the pink 4 goes through the gap, the bottom end of the table. It's not a bad layout, this. It's going to make a massive difference if it does.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's checking at the moment.
Cue ball's close to the left centre. What a mistake from Alcaide. That is incredible. I think he's gone a little too near the left centre because he wanted to get straighter on the 4, so it must have been tight.
He's had a curious tendency to scratch today into those side pockets. It's happened to him so many times.
Yeah, because if you look at where Skyler's got the cue ball, he can put it dead straight, and then the pot's no issue. So I can only think that is what David was trying to do, because he shouldn't have been anywhere near that left centre. Big moments coming up, and with ball in hand, Skyler's played a shocker, to be honest, because he's just landed a little bit funny on this 5.
Extension called.
And that's why he's called his extension. Ideally, you always want to try and play the cue ball into a position where you leave a natural angle. What that means is when you pot a ball, the cue ball takes its natural path to the next ball. So now he's going to have to force this round the table. And this is where it can go wrong. But at this level, the pros are very good at manufacturing angles. But the cue ball's going to be running into this 9 ball, so he's still not out of the woods yet.
Jason Shaw on course to continue his Super Saturday. He's now 2-0 up on Francisco Sanchez Ruiz.
10 seconds.
Oh, and you called it, Carl. You said the 9 ball had to be taken into account. Could cause some untold problems, and it's exactly what's happened. What a reprieve this could be for Alcaide.
Yeah, it's all because of that first shot he played to get on the 5 with ball in hand.
10 seconds.
It definitely doesn't go, this, does it? He might be playing a bank into the top right. He is. He's gone for the bank in the top right, and he's made it!
Wow!
What a shot he's pulled out of the bag there.
What a show of determination. Determined not to leave the table until the rack is won. And full marks to you, Carl, for picking it out as well. Well, it's been a dramatic rack. All the drama looked to have gone out of it when Alcaide scratched. Looked straight forward for Woodward, but right from the start, he made it difficult for himself. But with the aid of one wonderfully imaginative and well-executed shot, Skyler Woodward has got there. And there is on the hill, 4-2 up, and he's breaking in a moment.
the 7th rack, Skyler Woodward is breaking on the hill.
Well, that was
leading
one of the
by
most
4
memorable racks of the tournament so far. Skyler Woodward getting himself into all sorts of drama, but coming through it, making it to the other side of the storm and making it to the hill. 4-2, and he's breaking.
Is he going to have a go? Is he going to have a go? Where's the 2? But oh, I think he is, Michael. I think this could be made. Well, it's actually going to be thin on the edge of that 2 ball to pot it, so maybe not.
Usually get a better idea of these things from overhead.
I'm going to say no, I don't think it's on. If it is, it's really thin. Yeah, he's having a look, so he feels like it does go. He's going to have to hit it quite hard. He's not sure where the 1 ball's going to go. What he'll do here is, to give himself more percentage, he's going to try and get the cue ball, if he can, around the middle area of the table. That way, wherever the 1 lands, he feels like he's going to have a better chance of landing on it. Needs this to Mr. 7, and he has done. This is going to work out beautiful. This is absolutely perfect.
Jason Shaw cruising along, 3-0 up now on the other table against Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. That could be his 4th win out of 4 today.
Well, he's just missed the 2 ball in the side, so Ruiz has got a chance to get his first rack on the board in that match. Well, Skyler's got 6 balls left to win what is a valuable point against Alcaide. Both of them 2 guys are on 10 points. It's all hotting up, top of the table.
Okay, he's got 1 more match tonight after this. His 6th of the day. He plays Mieszko for Tunsky. And if he loses this, you think it's getting close to must-win territory for him going into that clash with the Pole. Remember, he's only got 3 more matches to play tomorrow.
Please.
Ideally, Skyler wants to draw this cue ball back, come off this rail where his right hand is, if you like, and come below the 8 ball. How's your pace? Needs to find the back rail. Yeah, that's good enough. That's actually perfect. At 3-2, Skyler Woodward played the bank of the tournament, and that is what has given him this chance for this point. Huge point against David Alcaide.
Yeah, it was so close at the start, up to 2-all, as we expected it would be. But Woodward has pulled away. He's played some great stuff towards the end here, and this is a huge result for him. He's going to go on to 11, and he's still got a couple more matches tonight. Skyler Woodward
And the match.
has beaten David Alcaide by 5 racks to 2, a result which could be hugely significant for both of them. And Woodward now stays on to play the Form Player of the Week, Joshua Filler. That's next.